This is your AESH Electric Energy News Minute for Tuesday, April 5, 2022. In mainstream news, CNBC reports, BP establishes partnership focused on offshore wind in Japan. BP has agreed to establish a strategic partnership with Japanese conglomerate Marubeni that will focus on offshore wind development and potentially look at other decarbonization projects, including hydrogen. The agreement will see BP purchase a 49% stake in an offshore wind project proposed for waters off Japan's coast. The energy major's announcement, made Wednesday, did not contain details of the project size or when it may be built. The agreement, it said, was subject to merger control approvals. In relation to the plans, BP is to set up a Tokyo-based local offshore wind development team. Bloomberg headline, Deutsche Bank CEO sees German recession if Russian gas cut off. Deutsche Bank AG Chief Executive Officer Christian Soing added himself to a growing list of German executives and politicians warning of dire economic consequences if Russian energy supplies are cut off. Already grappling with soaring inflation, Europe's biggest economy would face a further deterioration of the situation if there's a stop to imports or deliveries of Russian oil and natural gas, Soing told a press briefing Monday, where he spoke in his role as head of a German banking lobby. A clear recession in Germany would presumably be inevitable, he said. The Financial Times reports, Enel chief blames EU energy policy for blocks reliance on gas imports. Wall Street Journal headline, Asian liquefied natural gas demand is cooling fast. As energy buyers in Europe reorganize to wean themselves off Russian gas in the wake of Vladimir Putin's war on Ukraine and natural gas prices skyrocket, Asian countries are facing some serious sticker shock. Liquefied natural gas demand in Asia has already taken a meaningful hit. In the long run, the consequences could be even more profound: slower Asian LNG demand growth through the remainder of the first half of the decade. That could prove to be a structural growth headwind for key Asian LNG exporter Australia and companies like Shell and Woodside Petroleum that are invested heavily there, although higher prices for existing contracted sales will help cushion the blow. Forbes headline, Suzuki to make inroads into India's electric vehicle market. Japanese automaker Suzuki Motor plans to invest $1.23 billion in India for electric vehicles and their batteries in a bid to catch up with competitors. Suzuki said on Sunday it had signed a memorandum of understanding with the western state of Gujarat, an event attended by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida. Suzuki's future mission is to achieve carbon neutrality with small cars, Suzuki President Toshihiro Suzuki said in a statement. We will continue active investment in India to realize self-reliant India. BBC reports, Boris Johnson horrified at onshore wind farm delays, sources say. Boris Johnson has a working assumption that onshore wind will feature in the government's energy strategy, despite opposition within the cabinet, sources have told the BBC. The PM is said to be horrified at how long it takes for land wind farms to get approval in England. Some ministers want the government to look at whether planning laws can be changed to speed up the process. The energy strategy, delayed amid cost concerns, is expected next week. But no final decisions have been made. EnergyLiveNews.com reports. How easy a task is it for the world to cut reliance on Russian gas? Governments' efforts to reduce their dependency on Russian fossil fuels could put their climate targets at risk. That's one of the findings of a new report by ING, which suggests that if countries seek ways to ensure energy security by reducing reliance on Russian gas, they will likely find other alternatives, including coal. That move could hinder the global capacity to achieve net zero, analysts noted. Gerben Haminga, ING's senior sector economist, told Elm. It is not an easy task for Europe to cut reliance on Russian gas. Europe is 40% dependent on its gas demand from Russia, a total of 155 billion cubic meters, and we estimate that 55%, in a best-case scenario, can be substituted by other sources. PowerGrid.com reports, USPS electric vehicle order grows to 10,000. The United States Postal Service has doubled its order of electric vehicles from 5,000 to 10,019 as part of its planned fleet upgrade. USPS placed its first $2.98 billion order for 50,000 vehicles, a majority of which will be gasoline-powered, with Wisconsin-based Oshkosh Defense. The mail delivery service said more electric vehicles could be bought in the future as funding becomes available and if the use case for electric vehicles continues to improve. USPS CEO Louis DeJoy said in a statement that increasing the purchase order for electric vehicles makes good sense from an operational and financial perspective, and that the agency is fully committed to the inclusion of electric vehicles in the next generation fleet. This has been your AESH Electric Energy News Minute for Tuesday, April 5, 2022. If you want more global electric energy news and real-time alerts, hit the subscribe button now and follow us on social media.